Hey guys, happy Saturday, April 24th. How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody had a great day. I had a fantastic day today. That's why I look like I got run over by a truck. I don't know why, but it looks like I was punched either twice in my face or like I've been crying all day and my eyes are puffy. But no, it's just my makeup. A mess. Um, these masks. Look at the mask. It took all my freaking makeup off. I'm so over that. You know what? I haven't done my makeup in a while. Every once in a while, you guys see me every day. Most 9 times out of 10, I don't have makeup on. Um, but once in a while, I feel like doing it, and I do. And every friggin' time I do, and I go out of the house, and I have to put the mask. I forget about the mask until I have to put them on, and then it's like, why did I do my makeup for this shit? It's so annoying. But safety first. I understand all that. It's annoying. I'm not complaining. I'm complaining, okay? Guys, let's start off with Just for Today by Narcotics Anonymous. Take this out, read along with me if you have the book. We're going to April 24th, 12 Steps of Life. Before coming to the Narcotics Anonymous, our lives were centered around using. For the most part, we had very little energy left over for our jobs, relationships, or other activities. We served only our addiction. The 12 steps of Narcotics Anonymous provide a simple way to turn our lives around. We start by staying clean, a day at a time. When our energy is no longer channeled into our addiction, we find that we have the energy to pursue other interests. As we grow in recovery, we become able to sustain healthy relationships. We become trustworthy employees. Hobbies and recreation seem more inviting. Through participation in Narcotics Anonymous, we help others. Narcotics Anonymous does not promise us that we will find good jobs, loving relationships, or a fulfilling life. But when we work the 12 steps to the best of our ability, we find that we become the type of people who are capable of finding employment, sustaining loving relationships, and helping others. We stop serving our disease and begin serving God and others. The 12 steps are the key to transforming our lives. Just for today, I will have the wisdom to use the 12 steps in my life and the courage to grow in my recovery. I will practice my program to become a responsible, productive member of society. That reading reminds me of the day that I just had. Um, and I'm going to share it with the person that I just had the day with. And a couple months back, I told you guys how I was helping out a friend who needed my help in getting a bed in a rehab. Let me get a little closer. Sometimes I move the chair back, but now the friend, it was my ex significant other, and I about a little over a year in January, so a year and 4 months now. Wow. I moved out of our home that we had together, and I moved out on my own and decided I wanted to change my life and get clean and start getting everything in order. Unfortunately, she did not want to do this at that time and continued to use, and um, we did not speak from August of 2020 until February of 2021. February, yeah, the beginning of February. I saw her. I happened to run into her, and not to put her personal business out, but she wanted help, and I took her in with me and let her stay here until we can find a bed, which we did. I want to say it was about a month out. So she went to a rehab, and now she's in a sober house, and today she earned a pass. And I told her in the beginning when I saw her and I let her come stay here. I told her, don't do this for me, and don't do this thinking that we're going to get back together, because that's not what I want right now. I'm on a journey, a self journey that I need to be on. I have been in a relationship, long-term relationships, since I have been 16 years old. 8 years, 10 years, 4 years, like nonstop. Get out of one, few months later, get into another, long-term relationships. And when I had my kids, of course it was all about them. There was nothing for me. Nothing. I wasn't living my life for me, is what I mean. Now my kids are grown up, and I have been single the past year and 4 months, and I really am enjoying it. I can't lie. I absolutely am enjoying it a lot. And especially how we were in her relationship when I left it. I don't want to go back to that. And I'm very clear and honest with her about that. So she understood, and but she doesn't have family. I'm all she has. So I did promise her that I'd stay in her life as friends, and I'd be there for her support, and because they have family day there and they have meetings and stuff, and I want her to have as much support as she needs to stay clean. So I won't walk away from her as far as anything like that, and she knows that. So today she earned her pass, and she wanted to spend the day with me, and she had a couple gift cards that they give out to get some necessities. So we went a little bit shopping today to a couple different stores, and we went out for lunch and grabbed an iced coffee on the way back, and we really had a great time. Like, I think it's almost 7 o'clock at night, and we left about, I don't know, 11:30 this morning, and we just had a good day. Like, there was no stress or aggravation. We laughed. We listened to music. We went shopping, and there was no fighting or aggravate. We weren't miserable because she was coming down. It was nothing of. It was just a pure, nice, beautiful day. It was beautiful weather outside, and I really had a nice day. And, after I dropped her off, and she texted me and said, she had a really good day and thanked me and stuff. But that's what this reading reminds me of. It reminds me of, when you're dealing with addiction, my experience anyway, I'm going to speak only for me. I didn't have time for nobody else. I mean, the only one exception in that reading for me was work. I always worked. That's one thing I always did, because I had to, because that's what I needed the money to get high. I wasn't this type of person, and I'm not knocking anybody or downing anybody, but my kid's father was one. He would go out and boost and rob and use that for his job. I couldn't do that, because I needed to go to work, come home with hundreds, because I was a waitress, and I used to, make 150, 200 a day in tips, and get what I had to get. He would go on multiple runs throughout the day and get little chunks of money, and that's exhausting to me. So I had to work to fund my addiction. But that is the one exception in that reading where it says, you're not a good employee. Or I was a great employee. I was there. I stayed after. I got extra shifts. I was there. But I didn't have time for anything that didn't have to do with drugs. Like, I just didn't. I wasn't interested in shit. And when you get clean, and this also can give people hope, because when I first got clean, I was bored. I couldn't imagine, what am I going to do now? Okay, now I'm clean. Now what? Now what? What do I do with my day? What do I do? But trust me, it all comes together. It all comes together. And listen, I'm no expert. I'm not teaching you guys anything. I always like to say that in these videos, because I never want to come off as I know what I'm talking about and I'm telling you how to do it. That's not what this is. I am here to just share my experience, and somehow I hope that I'm relatable to somebody who can take some of this and use it as some strength in their life. That is it. And I would really love for anybody to share their experience back with me. I'd like to make this a little platform that we can go to for support, share our experiences if we're comfortable, And that's what I'm here for. I never want to come off as, well, this, and that. But that is what I noticed, Yes, at first it's difficult, but little by little, the pieces start to fall in place. One thing that I learned was it did not take me overnight to wreck my life. So why do I expect it to take overnight for me to be perfect and normal, whatever normal is? It's going to take a while. But you got to look at each individual accomplishment. And so this definitely will be a reading that I'll be sharing with her later on, because it just goes to show, like, she's so early on in recovery. I think she has 6 weeks clean, something like that. And we had this great day that we haven't had a day like this in literally, I want to say, like 3 years. 3 years. And it's just, I'm so happy. And I'm so happy for her. And so that's what that reading reminds me of today. And it's true. It is true. Once you get clean, you find other interests. They're more inviting. They're more fun. Even as we were going on about our day today, I looked at her and I said, you see how much fun we're having? What if it was the other way around? You know what I mean? We're out, when you're using, it's like, oh, then you run out of money, then you start arguing, and it's just a terrible, sickening, dreadful, gross feeling that I'm so glad not to feel today. And I'm even double glad that she's not in it anymore, because for a year or so, I was clean and happy, but I always had that guilt and that little pull because I knew she was still out there, and that hurt me. Someone I care about. It's somebody I love, and I don't want her to go through that. So I'm glad she's aboard and on the boat with me now, and I have a lot of hope that she'll keep pushing forward and do what's right. Guys, let me know what you resonated with today in this reading. How have your experiences tied into today's reading? How was your day today? What did everybody do? Let me know in the comments below. Please subscribe, guys. I'm really trying to grow my channel. It will mean the absolute world to me. And hey, today's a good day for a good day. I gotta say that every video. And guys, I'll see you here tomorrow for Sunday, April 25th. Have a good night, guys. Bye.